Hey guys, this is You'll Be One checking in. So today the video is going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be really doing an update. So, in the last kind of couple weeks getting ready to leave for Japan, I've been doing a lot of looking back and looking at some of kind of my memories the memories that stick out in my mind of first going there, first landing, things like that. So I thought I'd share with you guys some honest and true stories about stuff that happened to me in Japan. I don't know how far I'll, go with telling everything, but I have some pretty cool stories that I'm willing to share. So I guess we'll call these true, true Japanese stories. Let's call it true Japanese stories. But anyway, maybe the first story that I'll kind of chat about will be the very first weekend that I arrived in Japan. Um, I recall that first weekend. I remember arriving at the station. You guys probably can go back and look at video number one. I was excited. I was tired. I got to Japan. It was Wednesday. I think it was March 26, 2009. But anyway, that same weekend, um, there was a YouTube party that was happening, and it was going to be with all of the people whose videos I had watched previously before coming to Japan. So, Tokyo Sam or Tikyo Sam, sorry, um, you know, Tokyo Kuni, um, everybody's videos that I was watching, Hiko Simon and stuff like that. Um, so then I just recall that we still had a few days left, getting ready for orientation and things like that. And I just recall, I was like, okay, I'm in Nagoya. Should I go to Tokyo for the weekend? Never been here before, but I decided I might as well go for it. So I went and I bought my bullet train tickets. And at the time, I had a lot of money saved up, so had no issue just going and buying some bullet train tickets and going down to Tokyo. And I remember getting to Tokyo, and I remember having 6 or 7 hours before the party started, and I just went to Shibuya first, and that to me is still one of my favorite places in Japan, is getting to see Shibuya and just kind of you know taking all that in. You see it in a lot of television shows and things like that. And I just remember standing in the middle of the scramble and just how amazing that felt, and it was really, really exciting. And then I remember I was slowly making my way to Yoyogi Park where the event was. And time to get down to the true heart of the story. And kind of this gave me my initial impression of Japan and kind of set the tone for me. Was why not? That's the kind of thing, and you might have seen me say that a lot in my drunken ramblings at the end of my videos. But why not? Why not dive in? Why not take a risk? Why not take a chance and go do some fun things like that? I remember getting to Yoyogi Park and kind of not knowing where the entrance was. I got there on the opposite side of the park, and I remember I was kind of lost because it's a pretty big park, and if it's pretty easy to navigate once you know where you're supposed to go. But at that time, I had no idea. I just had we're meeting at Yoyogi Park, YouTubers gathering, blah blah blah. So I just made my way out there, and I remember running into an old man, and I was lost, and I had asked him, how do I get to this area? How do I get to this part of the park? And I remember that was my first time since arriving in Japan where I had to completely rely on the Japanese that I knew and try to speak to this guy. And he was super nice, and for some reason everything started to click and we were having a conversation. And I just remember that kind of blissful feeling about, I made it. I'm in Japan. I'm here. I'm finding my way. I met this old, super nice guy who offered to walk me to the place. So it was about a 20-minute walk, and I remember that 20-minute walk, chatting a lot with him. He ended up being like 85 or 90 years old, and we walked together and we talked a lot, and it was really that kind of set the tone for me for my year and made me just really exciting and willing to kind of dive in and jump in and things like that. So I really enjoyed that first initial weekend, and then I got to the YouTube party and I met all the YouTubers that I had been watching, all the J vloggers, and we had a blast. That was really cool to get to see Tokyo Kuni and chill with him and walk with him to the convenience store to buy beer for the party, and just getting to see everybody. So it was really surreal, and I'm always eternally thankful to those people for giving me motivation. So I hope I'm giving you guys motivation too to dive in and say why not, and take risks. So that's my first true Japanese story that I'll give to you guys, and I got some more coming for you guys. And you know, um, if you guys want to connect with me, my YouTube channel, you can leave comments and questions and things like that. But if you've been to Japan, how about you guys tell me what's your first memory of Japan that you can remember of your time in Japan? What's the first thing that stuck out for you? And if you'd like to connect with me, again, tweeting me a question is really easy to get an answer. It's at EOB1, EYOBE1. You guys can also come and join me on Facebook, on my Facebook page, and that's at facebook.com/EOB1 spelled out, so EYOBEONE. Yeah, so stay tuned, guys, for more true Japanese stories. じゃあね